The League of Women Voters of Hamilton-Wenham is proud to be hosting the 6th annual Civics Bee. How's that? Does that sound okay? My name is Daisha Rubel, and I'm on the League Steering Committee. It's hard to believe that we've been at this since 2016, but it's been a great ride. I wanted to tell you while people are getting in their seats a little bit about some events that are coming up for the League. We'll have the Candidates Night. This year, while we're working out some details, we're going to be hosting an online Candidates Night prior to town election. The recording will be made available for public viewing on April 4th. Sorry about that. So please use that opportunity to get to know who's running and hear from them about their positions. Just remember also town meetings are on April 6th and town elections are on April 11th. Second, we're hosting the last of our 6-part speaker series on water resources and conservation. One of our speakers, Bruce Tarr, is here tonight as a judge. This event will be held at the Hamilton-Wenham Public Library on March 28th at 6:30 p.m. Sorry. Other topics that we've explored in our speaker series are Civics 101, which was presented by none other than tonight's MC, Dick Ristano. Local print journalism as a cornerstone of democracy, sustainability, affordable housing, and media literacy. If you missed any of these sessions, they're available to view via links on our website. Third, in conjunction with the Community House, we are planning to host another volunteer fair in September. Please keep an eye out for more details on our website, Facebook, and Instagram. All right. Okay, before we get started, I have a few prizes to hand out. First, yes, excellent prizes. First, the first 3 teams to fully register for this year's Bee are receiving League t-shirts. They are Your Worst Nightmare, so please stand up or raise your hand. Worst Nightmare. The Tahitians Strike Back. All right. And human Google. So raise your hand and the people will bring some prizes out to you. Okay. Second, we have different sizes if the sizes don't work, okay? So you can come up after we get you different size. Second, the team with the most creative name, as selected by our steering committee, is going to receive a $25 gift certificate to Cookie Monster, some of their chocolate chip cookies, along with some League swag. The most creative team name winners are the John Locke Fan Club. Raise your hands, raise your hands. Okay. And third, we have a 3-way tie for the person who recruited the most other players. Those folks who are receiving iCivics Illustrated U.S. Constitution and some League swag. Congratulations to Sam Lenacher, Abby Colasar, and Bianca Fredrickson. Please raise your hand. Raise your hands. All right. Okay. Moving on. Bianca Fredrickson. Raise your hand. Bianca? Okay. Okay. All right. We have this is a very important housekeeping matter. To help minimize the technical glitches during the game, please shut off the Wi-Fi on your phones and watches, okay? You can put it in airplane mode or whatever. Basically, the idea is that every team should have only one device, okay? One device that's on the network and is logged into Kahoot. This will minimize the network lag time and make the game go more smoothly, okay? Everybody, we really ask you to cooperate with that. This is an actual photo of a team getting booted out of the quiz mid-round a couple of years back. The more folks who put their devices in airplane mode, the less turbulence players should experience. So thanks for your cooperation. Okay. This year marks the 65th anniversary of the League of Women Voters of Hamilton and Wenham. We are 46 members strong. Tonight's theme is voting and elections. As President Lyndon Johnson stated when signing the Voting Rights Act of 1965, this right to vote is the basic right with which all others are meaningless. It gives people as individuals, control over their own destinies. As we approach this year's election season, we hope that you all exercise your right to vote, whether at town meeting, town election, or the general election in November. It's not too early to take steps to make sure you are properly registered and informed about your choices. Have a plan to request your early or absentee ballots and know where your polling places are. And if you need assistance in making your plan to vote, we at the League can help you. Please contact us. And remember don't just vote. And you all have stickers, so remember that. Tonight's Civics Bee is only possible because of the work and support of our wonderful members, many of whom are here tonight. Will all the Leaguers please stand up? I want to especially recognize our steering committee, MJ Brown, Steph McLeod, Christina Holtz, Jane Kusel, Lindsay Schnabel's not here, and our former steering committee member, Tess Leary, who helped with advertising and prize solicitation. Quick. All right. I'm trying to get through a lot of stuff fast, so if you are interested in joining this great group of civic leaders and doers, learning more about the League, or making a donation to support this event and others like it, visit our membership table over there, or use the QR code on the information card on your table. Also want to extend a sincere thank you to all the local businesses who have generously made donations to support the Bee. Because of them, we have great prizes tonight. You can check out the monitor during the course of the evening for the full listing of these businesses. And lastly, but not totally lastly, don't forget the refreshment table in the back of the room. It'll be up and running all night. Under the direction of Tina Mastrocola, members of the 8th grade class have donated snacks and drinks. All refreshments are free, but we ask that you consider making a donation, big or small, which will help support the annual 8th grade trip to Washington, D.C. They can accept cash or PayPal donations through the QR code in our slideshow or on the refreshment table. All right, we're about to get this show on the road. I'm very pleased to welcome our 3 state representatives, Kristen Kasner, Sally Kearns, and Jerry Paracella, and our State Senator, Bruce Carr, who will be serving as our honorary judges tonight. Representative Kristen Kasner, a fellow H.W. Leaguer and Hamilton resident, is the state representative for the 2nd Essex District, which includes Ipswich, Hamilton, Rowley, Newbury, Georgetown, and Topsfield Precinct 1. As some of you may recall, an election in which more than 24,000 people voted last year, Representative Kasner won her seat by a single vote, proving that every single vote really does count. Next, I would like to welcome Representative Sally Kearns of Danvers. She represents the 13th Essex District, which consists of Wenham, Precinct 1A, Danvers, Peabody Ward 6, Middleton, Precinct 2, and Topsfield, Precinct 2. Representative Kearns serves as the Vice Chair of the Joint Committee on Public Health. She is also a member of the Committees on Ways and Means, Transportation, Financial Services, and Mental Health, Substance Abuse, and Recovery. While Danvers no longer has a league of its own, Representative Kearns remembers well some of the women involved in the contributions of the Danvers League to the civic life of the community. She is delighted to be here for our Civics Bee. Representative Jerry Paracella, a Beverly resident, represents the 6th Essex District in Massachusetts, consisting of Beverly and Precinct 1 in Wenham. Elected to the legislature in 2011, he has served as chair of the Joint Committee on Veterans and Federal Affairs, the Joint Committee on Public Service, and currently serves as the chair of the Joint Committee on Economic Development and Emerging Technologies. Jerry is a retired lieutenant colonel in the Massachusetts National Guard, where he served as a judge advocate general with the 151st. Jerry also spent time in the Army Reserves, where he was deployed. In Bosnia and Iraq. Okay. Senator Bruce Tarr has been a supporter of our Civics Bee from the start back in 2016. Bruce has been in the Massachusetts Senate representing us in the 1st Essex and Middlesex districts since 1995 and has been the Senate Minority Leader since 2011. You may remember Senator Tarr saving the day last year when he offered up his Kit Kat as a last-minute prize. Welcome, judges. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Nicholas Ristano, a social studies teacher by day at the high school and our master of civics at night. Take it away, Nick. Let's go. Let's have some fun.
All right, thank you very much. First of all, okay, my name is Nicholas Ristino. I've been teaching, I'm on my 17th year teaching history here at the regional. So students, I've been here longer than most of you have been alive, which is a mind-blowing thing for me to admit. I firstly want to thank the League for putting on a great community event. This is a lot of fun. We wouldn't be having this fun if it weren't for you, so thank you very much. I want to thank our judges for taking time out every evening to be with us. And I certainly want to thank our tech staff. We've already witnessed right in front of us the magic that they perform, so thank you. And of course, thanking all of you, because we wouldn't be here if not for you. You're a vital part of this fun evening. Now, in terms of how this is going to work, okay, the quiz that we're going to use for the first round uses the Kahoot app. Now, if your device doesn't have the Kahoot app, you can also go to kahoot.it from any browser. Just please make sure, like was said earlier, that you put your phone on airplane mode. Okay, I've got mine on airplane mode. That way, that reduces I like the phraseology, it reduces the turbulence on the Wi-Fi. So if you put it in airplane mode, we have less turbulence. Now, if your team gets kicked out of Kahoot mid-game, hopefully not, don't panic. Okay, Kahoot will try to reconnect you, so don't hit the back button, don't hit the refresh button. Kahoot will try to get you back on. Now, if that should fail, we've got at the tables a paper answer sheet as a backup. So please take a few minutes and put down your team name and designate a team member who would be the one to jump to paper should Kahoot fail. Again, hopefully that is not a problem we have to deal with, but it's like the Boy Scouts say, be prepared. All right, now that you've done that, should you have to go to the paper backup, just make sure that your answers are lined up with the number of the question that you're at. Okay, we are going to have a warm-up round so that you get used to the gameplay of using Kahoot. So what will happen is you'll see a question on the screen. I'll read it aloud. You'll see some answer choices. you'll have 5 seconds for team talk before the answers are selectable. So you discuss, you come up with your answer, and then you select the color and shape on your device that corresponds to your answer. Now, speed and accuracy count with Kahoot. So the faster you answer, the more points you get. But if you answer incorrectly, then you get no points. So you have to weigh your level of confidence regarding the speed with which you answer. So, all right, open your team's device to the Kahoot app. And then click the join button at the bottom center once it appears. All right, and we've got a game pin. Again, if you don't have the Kahoot app, open kahoot.it and you should be fine. You've got the pin. Now we're just waiting for the teams. Okay. Now that the pin is up there, we ask that you write your name as it appears on the table. And then if your device is not working, signal the tech staff so we can swap it out for a school device. All right, we got all 30 teams in there. So here is the warm-up to make sure everyone is comfortable with the app. This is just a warm-up round. All right, the first question. What American first happened in Massachusetts? All right, so they're all true. Okay, a lot of firsts in the Commonwealth, and so hopefully you'll see that the faster you answer, the more points you get. All right, next one, true or false? Hamilton and Wenham were once the same town. True or false? All right, false. Okay. Wenham was once part of Salem, separating in 1643. Hamilton was part of Ipswich until 1793, so Hamilton is actually younger than Wenham. Next question. If I don't like what's going on in my country, what should I do? All right, you should get involved, okay? Making a meme might feel fun, but get involved. All right, why do we ask teams to have at least one adult? Because it's a community-wide and intergenerational event. When it comes to trivia, folks, you gotta have a team that's got varied life experiences, ages, career paths. That's the surest way to trivia success. All right, last question. Is which film won Best Picture at Sunday's Oscars? All right, Oppenheimer won Best Picture. Barbie won in terms of making more money, so it's got that going for it. All right, so now we're going to move on to the real thing. Okay, when the pin appears on the screen, please log in, put your team's name as it appears on the table, and put your nicknames on there. All right, we've got our game pin. All right, we got one more. All right, so the way this round is going to go is we will have 50 questions, okay? And the top 3 teams at the end of this round will move on to our championship round. Now, we will take a break after the 25th question. Again, we'll take a break after the 25th question. So when we take our break, just don't touch the Kahoot app. So we'll have our first series of questions. We'll take a break, come back for the rest of the round. The top teams will move on to our championship round. Now, our first question comes from a special video guest. Are you ready?
And welcome to the Hamilton-Wenham Civics Bee. I'm Senator Elizabeth Warren, and I'm so excited to be here virtually with all of you at the Miles River Middle School. As a United States Senator, my job is to make sure that the government works for everyone in Massachusetts and all across the country. I'm fighting to tackle the challenges that people face every day, like how to make sure that families can afford health care and education and child care, how to protect reproductive justice, how to fight climate change, how to protect our democracy and our voting rights, and how to build opportunities for everyone in our country, not just the wealthy and the well-connected. But I'm only able to do that work when people like you stand up and participate in the civic process. And that is why events like this are so powerfully important. I'm so glad that you are all here participating in the Hamilton Wenham Civics Bee, and thank you to the League of Women Voters for bringing everyone together around the need for everyone to get engaged and go vote. For our democracy, for our government, and for our country to work. Everyone needs to pitch in, and that's what you're all doing today. I hope you have fun today. I hope you learn a lot, and that you bring what you learn to the fights that you care about. So now, for your first question. Article 1, Section 3.
All right, it's okay. I've got the question. All right, okay, table, you'll be fine. You'll be okay. Okay, you will be okay, I promise you. All right, so log in. I'll read the question again. Okay, well, I'll read the question from Senator Warren. While you do that, just know Senator Warren has supported the Civics Bee every year with a video question, so we really appreciate her taking the time out of her day to provide that for us. All right, so the first question that Senator Warren was about to read, okay, was which amendment established direct election of senators? Again, which amendment established direct election of senators? Okay, it was the 17th Amendment. So it used to be that states would select senators. The Constitution was changed for direct election of senators. All right, how many amendments are there to the Constitution? $27. Okay, it's not easy to do, but it has been done 27 times. All right, how many amendments were in the ratified Bill of Rights? All right, we have technical difficulties. The answer is 10, and I don't know how to solve that problem. Okay, so we're just going to keep rolling. But the answer, of course, is 10. The next question is which amendment standardized the minimum voting age to 18? All right, it's the 26th Amendment. Okay, so voting age was 21. During the course of the Vietnam War, this became a very controversial issue because there were people being sent off to fight that weren't allowed to vote for the government that was sending them. So 26th Amendment is one of the fastest amendments to have ever made it through the Constitution. So it's just from March to June that it was sailed through. All right, what percentage of states must ratify an amendment for it to be added to the Constitution? Okay, so 3/4 of the states, 75%, have to ratify an amendment. for it to be added to the Constitution. That's a high bar, but it has been done 27 times before. All right, what is the introduction to the Constitution called? It is called the preamble. All right, what is the concept of the rule of law? All right, it is the concept that everyone must follow the law, that no one is above the law. No one. All right, true or false? The Constitution is the supreme law of the land. That is true. All right, what are the three branches of the federal government? The legislative, executive, and judicial branches. All right, true or false? The United States of America is a direct democracy. That is false. We're not a direct democracy. Okay, we have a federal democratic republic as defined by the U.S. Constitution. It's a representative democracy, so people vote for representatives that represent them in state and federal government. But we will talk later about a form of direct democracy that is very much pertinent to Hamilton and Wenham politics and New England politics across the land. All right, the phrase, government of the people, by the people, for the people, comes from what document? Okay, it comes from the Gettysburg Address that Lincoln gave at Gettysburg, where he wanted to encourage the soldiers in the Union to honor the dead who gave the last full measure of devotion, that they shall not have died in vain. All right. The phrase, wall of separation between church and state, appears in what document or documents? Comes from the letters of Thomas Jefferson, writing about the separation of church and state, the need to not have an established state religion, which the United States does not do. All right, how many times does the word democracy appear in the U.S. Constitution? Zero times. All right, which president warned against political parties in his outgoing speech? It was George Washington in his farewell address that warned against the perils of factions, as he said, acting in their own self-interest as opposed to legislating for the needs of the people. All right, who follows the Speaker of the House of Representatives in the presidential line of succession? And it's not Tom Wamsgans. The President pro tempore of the Senate. All right, which is not one of the constitutional requirements to be eligible to become president. You don't actually need to have held elected office before. All right, how many congressional districts are there in the United States? $435. Okay, that number has grown throughout the years, and it was fixed at that number by Congress in 1929. All right, as a follow-up, how are the 435 representatives divided among the states? They're apportioned by state population. As population shifts, the sheets change. How many congressional districts are there in Massachusetts? Okay, there are 9. That number has changed over time as the population of Massachusetts has changed. All right, how are differences between House and Senate versions of a bill resolved? Okay, they go to conference committee. All right, how many non-voting members of the House are there? All right, so there are 6. So, despite all the rhetoric of the revolution, no taxation without representation, D.C., Puerto Rico, American Samoa, Guam, the Northern Mariana Islands, the U.S. Virgin Islands, they have people who are in Congress, but they don't get to vote. There is a proposal to add one for the Cherokee Nation and a treaty once named the Choctaw Nation as having a representative, but they've never been seated. All right, who nominates Supreme Court justices to the bench? Nominates. Okay, the President nominates, and then the Senate would confirm as part of the advised and consent provision in the Constitution. All right, why are there 9 Supreme Court justices? It was established by Congress. All right, what does the judicial branch do? They review laws, called judicial review. And our last one before we take a little break, just a little break. Which case established that the Supreme Court can rule on the constitutionality of laws? It was Marbury versus Madison that granted the power of judicial review. All right, don't touch the Kahoot app. We're going to take a little break. Do not touch the Kahoot app. Just leave it alone. So, Dishi, do you want to speak now or at the end? Okay, we're going to take a little break. Okay, don't touch the Kahoot app.
It's a good time to go get some refreshments out back, you guys. Check out the league table. All right, everybody. We're going to do a couple raffles while everybody kind of gets back to their seats. Thank you. All right. The first two raffle prizes are courtesy of Ward's Hair Company and Locksmiths. So you might want to get your raffle tickets ready. Get your raffle tickets. All right, everybody, get your raffle tickets. Prizes coming. All right, the first raffle ticket winning number is 2150019. That's 2150019. It's for Ward's haircutting gift certificate, right? Do we have a winner? 2150019. I'll read it one more time and then I'm going to pick another ticket. 21. You see somebody? Oh, good. All right. Awesome. All right. Okay, we've got another prize. Raffle ticket is 2150012. That's 2150012. Locksmith's haircut and some product. 2150012. One more time, 2150012. All right, I'm pulling another ticket. Okay, we'll try again. 2150331. 2150331. Two 2150331. Going once. Okay, who was that? Did someone have the ticket before that? Come on down. You can't be shy here because the prizes are going fast. All right. All right. We're going to get started in 1 second. I got two pieces of business to do before we go, so please listen up. Hey, actually, the first thing I want to say, this is important, you guys. This could help you with the game. You should really listen to what Mr. Ristano says because there are some hints in his comments that might apply to future questions. Okay? So, all right, everybody, listen up, please. I just want to tell you a little bit about the League of Women Voters of Hamilton-Wenham. Just in general, we're a nonpartisan political organization that encourages informed and active participation in government, works to increase understanding of major public policy issues and influences public policy through education and advocacy. All right, before we dive back in, I want to thank, this is important, you guys, I want to thank Representative Kasner, Kearns, Paracella, and Senator Tarr for making time to be here tonight. As a token of our appreciation, they and our amazing Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Nick Ristano, are each receiving a copy of, listen up you guys, Heather Cox Richardson's new book, Democracy Awakening, Notes on the State of America. This book is more than a history book. It's a call to action. Richardson reminds us that democracy is not a static institution, but a living, evolving process that requires constant vigilance and participation from all of us. This powerful testament to the resilience of democratic ideals shows how we, as a nation, can take lessons from the past and secure a more just and equitable future. We hope that you enjoy the book, and now let's get back to the game.
All right, so hopefully nobody got kicked off and that we're ready to go. All right, the 26th question. The ruling in the 2010 Citizens United versus FEC case allows corporations and unions to do what? That would be indirectly spend unlimited money on political campaigns. All right, which Supreme Court case defined a student's First Amendment rights in public schools? It was Tinker v. Des Moines. All right, the 2013 Shelby County v. Holder Supreme Court decision dismantled a key provision of what voting rights legislation? It was the Voting Rights Act of 1965. What is the governing body or the executive branch of each of our two towns called? The Select Board. All right, what is town meeting? All right, it's all the above. Alexis de Tocqueville said, town meetings are to liberty what primary schools are to science. They bring it within the people's reach. They teach them how to use and enjoy it. Massachusetts has two forms of town meeting. Which form do Hamilton and Wenham both use? All right, open town meeting is the answer. Who is required to be present at town meeting? All right, the town moderator, the town clerk, and a quorum of registered voters. Okay, it's probably the form of government that has the most impact on people's day-to-day lives here in Hamilton and Wenham. But it's it's different from what we're often very used to. In terms of how town meeting works, okay, for our next question. Does an article pass a town meeting also have to be voted on in town election? Okay, it depends on what it is. Some items do have to be voted on in both. All right, which level of government plays a role in elections? All three. There are federal laws, there are state laws, there's local regulations. All right, next question. Who was allowed to vote when the Constitution of the United States was first adopted? Yes, my students in the back, New Jersey allowed women to vote, figured it out, and amended their constitution to bar women from voting. That's an actual thing that happened, so it varied by state. How can eligible Massachusetts residents register to vote? All the above. You've got many different options. All right, who has the right to vote in Massachusetts? All of the above. Okay, Massachusetts has a flourishing democracy where all sorts of people can participate in our democratic processes. At what age can you pre-register to vote in Massachusetts? Okay, at 16 you can pre-register, then you'll be automatically added on your 18th birthday. All right, true or false, voters in Massachusetts have the right to request assistance casting a ballot. Okay, true. Okay, you may have the assistance of 2 poll workers, and you may bring somebody to help you at the polls. All right, when is ID required when voting in a federal election in Massachusetts? Okay, none of the above, okay, which is different than my home state of New Hampshire. Okay, in Massachusetts, you're required to show identification when voting if it's your first time voting and you registered by mail. It didn't show identification at the time of registering. You may also be asked to show ID if your vote is being challenged by an observer. All right, how old do you need to be to work at a polling place in Massachusetts? Okay, 16. And the League of Women Voters drafted legislation that was enacted in 2006. This is a great way to get a hands-on experience participating in democracy. How long before an election does voter registration close in Massachusetts? All right, it is 10 days. So Massachusetts doesn't require voter ID, New Hampshire does. Massachusetts doesn't have same-day voter registration, New Hampshire does. All right, which term best describes serving on a jury and voting in a federal election? It is a responsibility. All right, if you make an error on your ballot, how many times may you ask for a new one? The answer is twice, so don't screw up. All right. Gerrymandering is drawing congressional districts to do what? Produce a particular electoral outcome, so named for Massachusetts Governor Elbridge Gerry. You see the original political cartoon. It comes from a district that was drawn that resembled a salamander. That's where we get the term. Elbridge Gerry, salamander, gerrymander. All right, next question. Who decides the presidency if there is a tie in the Electoral College? It goes to the House, where actually votes are tallied by state delegation, not by overall number. All right, how many electors are there in the Electoral College? $538. How many electoral votes are needed to win the presidency? $270. Okay. No other country uses an electoral college with good reason, but in America, it is possible to become president, even though most people don't want you to be president. So, again, nobody does that, except us. How many U.S. presidents have been elected to the presidency without winning a popular vote? Five. Okay. Massachusetts' own John Quincy Adams, Rutherford B. Hayes, Benjamin Harrison, George W. Bush, happened my sophomore year of high school, and Donald Trump, 4 out of 5 Republicans. And your last question is about voter participation. What was the largest segment of the electorate in the 2020 presidential election? Eligible voters who did not vote, okay? People who sacrificed their voice. All right, let's see who's moving on to the championship round. We've got the winners who are in third place, the Civic Wizards, and the Bee Buzzers are moving on to our championship round.
Okay. All right. You want to have the teams? All right. right, so while the team's moving on to the championship get oriented, we have some special trivia questions with a chance to win prizes. Actually, the top 3 teams, if you could just make your way to the table over here so we can give you some ground rules for the championship round. In the meantime, we're going to do some trivia questions for some prizes, okay? So everybody sit tight. We've got great prizes that are donated by local businesses, including the General Store of Hamilton House of Pizza, Guggen's Galley. We're so grateful to these local businesses for their support. So our judges will do the honors. These are the questions are open to anyone here. If you think you know the answer, just raise your hand and the judges will call on you. Yeah, and if you win, come over here to collect your prize, okay? All right. Mike. Addison, is that on the mic board? Give them that mic. Yeah, to the judges, yeah. Work, go ahead.
All right, good evening.
Shut this off.
All right, take 2. Are you all ready for our first trivia question? Yeah! All right. You're all doing a great job tonight. Congratulations. Okay, here it goes. Before Teddy Roosevelt, the White House was called what? Yeah? No? Yeah? No. Nice shot. Oh, back here? Close. No? Let's go right back here. Yep. No? With the hood. Go ahead. Okay. Right here? No? Right here? No? Yep. No? In the back in the purple? No? Yeah? No? Okay. Yes? No? Yeah? Yeah? No? Yeah? No? Okay, in the green way back there. No? Okay? Let me tell you, it is not a color, and the word estate is not in it. And the word palace is not in it. Yes. No? Okay, the words president and presidential are not in it. Right here in the red. Yes! Congratulations! All right, next up we have Representative Kastner.
Okay, everybody ready? What's one freedom protected by the First Amendment? It's right here. Yep. And what's another? Right here in the sweatshirt. What did you say? Yes. So no, well that's 2, right? Like. Yeah, we got 2. So, right here, middle word. All right, so this is not for a prize because we're here, but all right, next one, back in the back. Gray sweatshirt, yep. Yep. Right here. Yep. Yep. Okay, we have speech and religion. What? Yes. And yes. And purple right here. Yes. And there's one more that I haven't heard yet. Way in the white sweatshirt in the back. That's right, that's the last one. Speech, religion, press, assembly, and petition government. Great job, guys. And now Representative Kearns.
I feel we're in good hands for the future, don't you? This is a very knowledgeable group. Thank you for inviting us. This is one of my favorite events. Okay, my question to all of you is, what state has the oldest written constitution? Ooh, a lot of hands. Back there in the green. It is Massachusetts. Okay, show of hands that everyone knew that it was Massachusetts. And how many knew that our federal Constitution is based on the Massachusetts Constitution? Gentleman right there, but that one doesn't have a prize. Okay. Representative Parasella, you're up.
All right, you guys are doing great. Okay, what is the square root of 972? Oh, sorry, that was the math quiz I was at last night. Name a New England state that was not one of the original 13 colonies. Maine, you got it. There was another one. In the red. Yes, well done. Good job.
Thank you. All right. Actually, you guys do one more question? One more question.
Hey, Doc.
What an informed group. You're doing great, and it's great to be here with you tonight. Yeah, so our next question, first, before we do that, why don't we give a big round of applause to the League of Women Voters for making this happen tonight. Okay, for your next trivia question, who was the first Treasury Secretary of the United States? Right here. Alexander Hamilton, very good. Okay, moving on to our next question, here's Representative Kastner. Oh, I think we're done. All right, you all did great. Thank you for participating. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Thank you. Okay, everybody. Awesome. We've got a couple more raffles. Door prizes, so pull out your tickets again. The first is a gift certificate to the Weather Vane. Okay? Let's see. 215-0027. 215-0027. All right. Moving along. Okay, how about 215-0083? You 87? Oh, that's okay. Okay, he's got the Weather Vane. The next one is, that's okay, come on, come on up. We got another one, don't worry. You can actually pick the houndstooth or the bag. Okay, one more raffle. Here we go. I'm going deep, Okay. So this is for houndstooth consignment, gift certificate. 2150183. 2150183. I'll read it one more time. 2150183. Okay, nobody. Okay, do another one. All right. Two 150-136. 2150136. Anybody? All right, do another one. 2150332. 2150332. Nobody? All right. 2150277. 2150277. I don't know. All right. 2150089. I think I'm happier than you are. All right, here we go. All right. All right, now we're going back to the championship round. Are we ready? Are we ready to go to the championship round? Okay.
All right, so for the championship round, our finalists will come forward, one team at a time, and answer a lightning round of questions. They'll have 60 seconds to answer as many questions as they can, and our panel of judges will score their answers. The judges, you can open the envelopes in front of you that contain the championship round questions. There is one sheet for each team, starting with our third place finisher. These are all questions which can be answered quickly, often, not always, with a number, years, ages, term lengths, article numbers, etc. If there's any questions about whether an answer is acceptable, our judges will have the final say. Now, adversity is the mother of invention. We are down a microphone. So we are going to sacrifice this microphone for the sake of the teams. They can read on the screen. I'm going to project. And for those of you that know me know that that will not necessarily be a problem for audibility. So I'm just warning you, my volume is going to go up, so gird yourselves. All right, let's have our third place team come up.
Let's do this. Okay. Come over here so we're caucusing away.
Yeah, you can't see the board, part of the board.
Oh, my head's in the way. Here, we can move this, right? How's that?
All right. If you like R2D2 on Jabba the Hutt's like skiff, okay, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. First question. Which president created the national park system?
Teddy Roosevelt.
Term length of the Massachusetts governor.
4 years.
The 2024 town meeting date.
April 1st.
Who represents Hamilton and Wenham in the United States House of Representatives?
Seth Moulton.
What is the total number of representatives in the House?
435.
Most terms which a president has ever been elected.
4.
The minimum number of electors for a state electoral college.
3.
The year African American men got the vote.
1865.
Number of years residency requirement to be the president.
14.
Article that creates the judicial branch.
3rd.
Article 3 defines treason as giving enemies what?
Aid and comfort.
The year the Bill of Rights was ratified.
1790.
Yes.
All right. Which president created the EPA?
Nixon.
Term of a Massachusetts state representative.
2 years.
The 2024 town election date.
April 11th.
He represents Massachusetts in the United States Senate. He.
Markey.
The total number of United States
100.
senators. Most years a person can now serve as president.
8.
Electoral votes needed to win the presidency.
270.
The year women got the vote.
1920.
Number of years citizenship requirement to run for the United States Senate.
5.
What article defines the legislative branch?
1.
Article 1 requires Congress to meet at least how often?
Once a year.
The year the Constitution was ratified.
1791.
Which amendment addresses rights in criminal cases?
5th? 7th? No.
What's the president's term of office?
4.
All right, that is time.
Let Gary get front.
Pretty close here.
Put him in there. Cover these, and then we'll take over.
All right, how many was that? 1 minute.
We're good.
We're good.
We're good.
Say 2 things, because they said fifth then seventh. You can't say that. They canceled it. They just said,
So just stick with the first answer.
because you can't, like, change it.
Yeah.
And they got it right the first time.
I know. I think they got around 10. I think that's what I heard. They got 6 seconds per question.
Give us the easy one.
You can be quick. Don't listen first.
They waited too long for ones they didn't know.
Yeah. They could have said see it.
Or they could have said a random
I
thing.
think random might be better because at least you get a guess out and then you go to the next question. Oh, I don't know. The stickers falling off.
rest of them can remember me.
Yeah.
Okay, 10.
They got 10? We got 10. All right, so we got a new team in the lead, okay? 10 points.
Gotta be 10.
All right, the number to beat is 10. No pressure. No pressure. Moderate pressure. All right, are you ready? All right. What president interned Japanese Americans during World War II?
Franklin Delano Roosevelt,
The term for a Massachusetts state senator.
2 years.
The 2024 presidential election date.
November 3rd.
She represents Massachusetts in the United States Senate.
Warren,
The current number of Supreme Court justices.
9.
Number of votes needed in the Senate to confirm a cabinet appointment.
51.
Total electors in the Electoral College.
538.
Year 18-year-olds got the vote.
1972.
Number of years citizenship requirement for a United States representative.
7.
What article defines the executive branch?
2nd.
Article 2 requires the president to update Congress on the State of the Union how often?
Annually.
Year the Constitution was signed.
1787.
Which amendment addresses the right to a fair trial?
7th.
United States Senator's term of office.
6.
Article. That is it.
If we got that, yeah, 9.
9.
We need to check it. Did they get 9 the first one? Did they? We got 9, I counted.
Oh, 10. All right, so we do go to the tiebreaker. All right, so we have ourselves a tiebreaker. Okay, we haven't had this in a while. All right, so now we're going to distribute some whiteboards. The questions will appear on the big screen. And teams will have up to 30 seconds to confer and write their answers on the whiteboards. When everyone is finished, we'll have you reveal your answers. If you're right, you keep going. If you're wrong answers, then you're out. If there are any questions about whether an answer is acceptable, our judges will have the final say. All right. Our first question. Are we ready? Okay. What is the warrant for town meeting? All right, are we ready? All right, reveal your answers. All right, judges are conferring. Okay, the warrant for town meeting lists the articles to be discussed and voted on at town meeting. All right, are we ready for our Oh, I've got it. All right. Both got it right. All right. Next question. All right, the United States Constitution allows for 2 ways to propose an amendment, to propose one. What are the 2 methods for proposing an amendment? All right, so it's a 2/3 vote, either of both the House and the Senate, or of constitutional conventions in 2/3 of the states. Then it would go on for ratification. Both got it right. All right. The next question is, how does the judicial branch of government limit the power of the legislative branch? All right, what are the team's responses? Okay, it's called judicial review. All right. Next question is, what is reapportionment? All right, time. What is the answer? All right, both have it. Okay. All right. This is a real barn burner. We're going to go to sudden victory. All right. What is redistricting? All right, what are your answers?
Changing geographical borders of older districts in the state.
All right, and the judge's response. All right, so survive and advance. Okay.
So this is a nuanced issue, and there is some ambiguity here, but we're going to give the benefit of the doubt rather than sticking to technicality, and so that we can move on.
All right, sounds good. If the votes of the justices on a case before the Supreme Court are evenly split, what happens? All right, and the responses are? Oh, they have decided both are not quite. Okay, the decision of the court below stands or is affirmed. This does not establish binding precedent. All right. Two answers needed here. In what year or years were Hamilton and Wenham incorporated? Incorporation dates. All right, groups, what are your responses? Both wrong. 1793 is Hamilton, 1643 would be Wenham. All right. Next one. Essex County has two county seats. What are they? The two county seats of Essex County. All right, your responses? The correct answer is being Salem and Lawrence. All right, next one. Okay, which article of the Constitution establishes the Electoral College? All right, and the responses are? We've got a winner. Look at that. Congratulations.
All right, awesome game, you guys. That was a killer round. Really close. We're going to have our trophy presentation in a second. If you want to stick around for a couple more minutes, I swear we're going to do it fast, thanks to all the volunteers. And we also want to thank the teachers who helped us out, Krista Borges, Mr. Walker, Mr. Fengler, the principals, Mr. Meningoni, Zach Best, and also our tech team, Donna Wilsworth and Addison Caulfield, who helped so much. Thanks, Addison. Thank you to the local cultural council. Let's see. I want to, actually, this is important, finally thank MJ, who really puts this whole night together, for all the time and effort that she puts in to make this a wonderful community event. You have persevered through some very difficult personal challenges this year and still had the fortitude to pull it all together. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are truly making a difference, MJ. And I have a little present for you that's under that table. She is heading off to Ireland tomorrow, so thank goodness we didn't have a snow date. So there's a couple books in there that I hope you can read on the plane that might be kind of fun. Okay, everybody, we're going to get the presentation of the award. The judges, we're going to have the judges do it, or? Yeah, the judges can give the medals out. We had a little ordering problem with the second place medals, so we'll make sure you get them, but. Third place, come on up. Who was that, the winners? The winners came in third. Great job, you guys, great job. Almost killed myself. All right. Okay. Okay, we should bring up our second place teams. You guys come on over here and you get your second place medals and prizes. Did the third place get their books and stuff?
Second, I'm picking now, and then the third will pick.
Okay, all right. You guys, we have prizes for you. Hang on a second. There's prizes, but you gotta wait a second. Okay. Second place medals. We're short a couple medals, but we will get them. Why don't we get these guys and then take a big picture with all the winners, okay?
All right. I hereby pronounce you the second place winner. Well done.
So what do you want to have come over and get the books, or what do we do? Okay. Okay. Second place, you guys can come pick your books out. Pick a book. Oh, wait a minute.
Let's do the picture right now.
Well, you want to do a picture with everybody? Why don't we? Let's do the first place, then we can do everybody. See. All right. Okay. Okay, you guys and your team, why don't you guys take them over and pick a book? And we're going to do it after. We're going to get everybody. And now the winners of tonight's Civics Bee 2024. 2024 winners, come on up and get your medals. And okay. MJ. 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 Do you want to get the trophy? Do you want to get the trophy?
Are you doing this first? And
Yeah,
then-
do that. Do that first. Okay. And you guys can present the trophy to the winning team. That will engrave your names on it. You can't take it, but we will engrave your names.
Here you go.
Why don't you do that? And why don't we take a picture with everybody together, all the winning teams? All right. If we get, yeah, all the teams come on up to the stage and let's get a picture. Okay, and you guys jump on it? Yeah, of course, jump in. You could be in the back or whatever. Why don't you go? Yeah. How does that look? All right, all the teams in there? You can go in this, we can put a couple in the second row too if you want. Nick, you want to get in? Yeah, come on, get in. Wait a minute, let me get one with Mr. Restano in there, okay? Great job, everybody. What a great event. I can't, I'm emceeing. No, I'll come up for it. MJ, come up.